Today's lesson went very well. It was starting to become very chaotic in the beginning. I think because they were excited for this assignment. A lot of them were, except for one. But I think she's a very sarcastic girl. I can't tell if she said she wasn't excited so far. The past two projects, she's not excited about painting, but every time she's the one that's most enthusiastic and going full on it on each project that she says she doesn't want to do. So, and she was very hyper today. I had to go over there a few times and tell her about using the sponges on technique, because she was definitely mixing the colors way in together. And so I would tell her, like, you have to wait, let it dry a little bit. Don't put too much paint. If you wanna build texture, put one layer, let it dry, a thin layer, and then keep going on top of it. But she did her thing. She really was happy with it, so there's no real complaints there. She got the gist of the textures and learning how to make things that way her backgrounds were very texturized, so it was an success there. But she was very hyper. And I think, they were, took them a second to take direction very well with the boxes and trying to, not see the object inside. They were very curious, and so we had to switch boxes just so they could experience what we were Maria was trying to get them to experience. I think one of the things me, Maria, and Josh were talking about is that we might separate the girls that have been sitting together, just because so far in my lecture or my lesson last time and this one, they sat together and they're very happy and they're having good time, but it can almost be disruptive, or I have to go back and forth more to them just to check more, not to check on them on the work, but just to check a little bit of their behavior. Hey, you guys, keep going on task, like, hey, you guys, remember we're doing this. I think that they're feeding off of each other's energy, which is not a bad thing. I mean, they're happy and that's a good thing, but it's only bad when it's distracting the rest of the lesson and taking away from the other students. So we might talk about that more and separate them, maybe two together and two on another, like not all four together. Well, especially three. It's three of them especially that are really feeding into each other. It's our two Think Together students and Dahlia, so we might have to separate them. But other than that, they did the lesson. They liked it. One of our students did like 4 paintings, 2 practices, and 2 trying to do the thing that they felt, not a creature, but the stuffed animal or squishy item. So that was good, and with one of my other students, I forgot his name. Joaquin. He very took well to listening. I sat next to him and going over, asking me how kind of textures he was trying to get, blending and harsh lines and things like that. So I think the lesson went very well. I think Maria did a great job in leading. And we had a good time.